This is for you, for the woman who is standing in the quiet of her own kitchen late at night, long after everyone else has gone to bed. The house is still, save for the gentle hum of the dishwasher, a machine doing its own quiet, thankless work. On the surface, there is peace. A day is done, but inside you, there is a storm. It's a quiet, swirling exhaustion that has nothing to do with tired muscles or a lack of sleep. It is a weariness of the soul, a profound depletion that comes from a day, a week, a lifetime of holding it all together. You are the keeper of the schedules, the soother of scraped knees and bruised egos, the planner of meals, the rememberer of birthdays, the silent architect of your family's comfort. And in this rare moment of stillness, a single aching question rises from the depths of your heart. Is anyone seeing what this cost me? That feeling, that invisible weight you carry, is real, it is valid, and it has a name. It's the result of a constant draining output called emotional labor, interwoven with the relentless mental load you bear. For generations, women have known this feeling in their bones, a silent inheritance passed down from mother to daughter. It is the work of being the human thermostat in every room you enter, constantly sensing and adjusting the emotional temperature to ensure everyone else is comfortable, often at the expense of your own inner climate. It is the deep, unspoken understanding that your peace often comes last. Let's gently untangle what this really means. This isn't about the physical acts themselves. It's not about packing the lunchbox. It's about the silent work that happens before that. Remembering that today is the field trip, so you need to pack a disposable lunch. Remembering your child hates crusts on their sandwiches. Remembering to add a little note of encouragement because they've been nervous about the trip all week. It's not about making a phone call to your mother-in-law. It's about summoning the energy for that call, steering the conversation carefully to maintain harmony, absorbing her subtle criticisms with a graceful smile, and ending the call feeling drained, yet projecting an image of cheerful affection. This work is a form of art, a delicate dance of intuition and management. At work, you are likely the one who not only does your job with excellence, but also nurtures the junior team members, mediates conflicts between stubborn colleagues, and plans the baby shower. Not because it's in your job description, but because you have been conditioned to be the weaver of the social fabric. In your friendships, you are the designated therapist, the one who holds space for everyone's sorrows, who remembers the details of their lives, who plans the get-togethers that keep the group connected. You are the keeper of so many stories, but often, there is no one who asks for yours. You have become a master weaver. With threads of love, worry, and relentless planning, you create a beautiful, strong tapestry that is your family's life. Everyone admires the finished product, the warmth and the beauty of it, but almost no one sees the weaver. No one sees your hands, calloused and raw from the constant work. No one sees the sheer mental energy it takes to keep all the different colored threads from tangling. If this image of the silent weaver resonates with a truth you hold deep inside, know that you are seen here. This space is for you, and as we continue this journey of understanding, I warmly invite you to subscribe to Mind Decode Explained. We are a community dedicated to finally giving voice to these silent experiences and finding a path toward connection and healing. It wasn't until a brilliant sociologist, Arlie Hochschild, wrote her book The Managed Heart in 1983 that this experience was finally given a name. She was studying flight attendants, women who were paid to perform a specific kind of warmth and calm, regardless of how they truly felt inside. Hochschild gave this work a name: emotional labor. And with that name, a light was switched on. It allowed us to see that this thing women had been doing for free in their homes for centuries was not just an innate part of being a woman. It was a form of profound, complex, and utterly exhausting work. This recognition is crucial because it helps us dismantle the most pervasive and damaging myth of all, that you are simply naturally better at this. The truth is that you were trained for this role. You learned, through a million tiny lessons, that your goodness and your worth were intrinsically linked to your ability to make others happy and comfortable. You are not biologically predisposed to this work. You are a highly skilled, expertly trained professional with a lifetime of on-the-job experience. And the exhaustion you feel is the entirely logical consequence of this. Layered on top of this is the concept of the mental load, the endless, worrying project management that happens in your brain. You are not just a member of your family. You are its CEO, CFO, and head of operations. You are the only one who holds the master spreadsheet. You know the dental appointment schedule, the password to the parent-teacher portal, the exact brand of yogurt the toddler will eat, the date the car insurance is up for renewal, and the complex emotional dynamics of the upcoming family gathering. This is the mental load. It is the three-dimensional chessboard you are constantly playing in your head. And it is why you can be lying on a beach, yet your mind is still running, still planning, still managing. This chronic state of overload is a direct path to burnout. It shows up as profound exhaustion, a growing sense of cynicism or detachment from the people you love, and a feeling that you're simply failing at everything. It's a painful, lonely place to be. But seeing this pattern, truly seeing it for what it is, isn't about finding fault in yourself or in your partner. It's about discovering an opportunity. An opportunity to stop managing life as a solo project and to start co-creating it with the person you love. It's a chance to transform this silent burden into a bridge for deeper understanding and connection. So, where do we go from here? The path forward is not paved with accusations or demands. It is a gentle path, walked together, that begins with sharing your world, inviting your partner in, and building a new way of being as a team. The first step is a quiet act of self-discovery. Before you can share your inner world, you must first understand its landscape. For 1 week, keep a private journal. Think of it not as a list of complaints, but as a map of your heart's work. Gently notice and write down all the invisible tasks you do. Worried about how to tell my parents the holiday plans had changed. Spent 20 minutes cheering up my partner after his tough day, putting my own tiredness aside. Mentally ran through the next day's schedule to make sure there were no conflicts. Noticed my friend seemed down and made a mental note to check in with her tomorrow. This map is not for evidence, it is for clarity. It allows you to see the sheer volume of your loving efforts in black and white. It helps you understand the source of your exhaustion, not with blame, but with compassion for yourself. It gives you the language to describe a feeling you've likely carried in silence for years. The second step, and this is the heart of it all, is to extend an invitation. This is not a confrontation. It is an act of profound vulnerability and trust. It's about opening the door to your inner world and asking your partner to step inside. In a quiet, connected moment, perhaps over a cup of tea after the kids are asleep, or on a walk together, you can share what you've discovered. You could start with something gentle and loving, from a place of we, not you versus me. Perhaps something like this: My love, can I share something that's been on my heart? Lately, I've been feeling so tired, and I think I'm starting to understand why. I realized I've been carrying a huge invisible backpack filled with all the planning, worrying, and emotional holding for our family. And it's getting so heavy that I'm afraid I'm losing the lighter, more joyful parts of myself. The parts of me that I know you fell in love with. This isn't about blame at all. I think we just fell into these roles without realizing it. What I want more than anything is for us to feel like a team again, to feel that lightness together. Would you be willing to help me figure out how we can share this backpack? I don't want to manage it alone anymore. I want to share it with you. This is an appeal for connection, not a criticism of contribution. It frames the problem not as his failure, but as a pattern that has trapped you both and is stealing your collective joy. It's an invitation for him to be your hero, your partner in solving a puzzle that affects your shared happiness. This leads to the third, collaborative step: co-creating a new system. This isn't about rigidly dividing tasks like a business merger. It's about becoming co-pilots of your life. It's a creative, experimental process. You could say, what if we tried something? For this week, could you be the lead on planning our dinners? From thinking about what to eat to making sure we have the ingredients, I'll be your sous chef, happy to help, but I want to take the thinking part off my plate and see how it feels. Then next week, we can switch. The key here is to emphasize the mutual benefit. When one person carries the entire mental load, they are left with no bandwidth for spontaneity, for playfulness, for intimacy. By sharing the load, you aren't just freeing up your own energy, you are creating more energy for the relationship. You are making space for both of you to breathe, to connect, to simply be with each other instead of just doing for each other. And for you, the one who has always been the expert manager, this process requires a gentle act of letting go. Your partner may not do things exactly as you would. The meals might be different, the laundry folded another way. This is not a sign of failure. It is a sign of a new person's system taking root. Resist the urge to correct or take over. See it as an opportunity to embrace a different way, to trust your partner's competence, and to enjoy the relief of not having to be in charge of everything. Every time you let go of a small detail, you are making more room for peace in your own mind. This journey is not about achieving a perfect 50-50 split. Life doesn't work that way. Some weeks, one of you will carry more. Other weeks, the balance will shift. The goal is not a perfectly balanced spreadsheet. It is a perfectly connected team. It's the feeling of being seen, heard, and understood. It's knowing that you have a true partner who is not just living in the house with you, but is actively co-creating the home with you. Imagine that tapestry of your family's life again. The solution isn't to hand half the threads to your partner and walk away. It's to sit down at the loom together. It's to show him the threads you've been working with, to explain the pattern you've been trying to create. It's to listen as he suggests new colors, new textures. It's about learning a new rhythm of weaving, side by side, your hands working in concert. The resulting tapestry will be richer, more resilient, and infinitely more meaningful, because it will hold the story of you both. Ultimately, this is not about fixing a problem. It is about deepening a relationship. It's a move away from the silent, solitary work of one heart towards the shared, joyful work of two. It's the profound comfort of looking at the person you love and knowing, with every fiber of your being, that you are truly in this together. The exhaustion begins to fade, replaced by the quiet, steady energy that comes only from true partnership. From a love that is not just felt, but actively shared in all its beautiful, messy, everyday glory.